of course, a better future.
Visit our website at www.sansaf.org.za or contact our Durban office on 031 309 6786 to make your contribution today. Together, we can feed souls and uplift lives. Sansaf, believe in the power of zakah. A day of dedication deserves a meal worth the wait. Break your fast with a Rocco Mama's iftar box, fully loaded with all your Ramadan favorites, plus an ice-cold Red Bull to recharge. Dine in or grab it to go and feast anywhere, all for just 239 Rand, only at Rocco Mama's, Florida Road, Oceans Mall and Pavilion. Rocco Mama's, we're not normal.
Sponsor an orphan, and you'll help support a vulnerable child to have the education they've always dreamed of, so they can build a brighter future. You'll be feeding a hungry stomach and a hungry mind with knowledge that will last them a lifetime. That's the power of an education. Sponsor an orphan now with Islamic Relief.
Al-Ansar Outreach Weekly Halim Distribution. Join us every Saturday during Ramadan for a heartwarming Halim distribution at our PMB branch, 240 Ortman Road. When? Every Saturdays in Ramadan. Time? 1:15 p.m. Where? The Al-Ansar Foundation PMB branch. Come share in the spirit of giving. Everyone is welcome.
Follow us on Instagram at Radio Al-Ansar.
أحب الوفاء بشدة الصور أحب الوفي الأمين.
Join me, Faizal Suleman, this and every Saturday on Rise and Shine. Looking forward to gracing the airwaves of Radio Al-Ansar from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Rise and Shine.
Radio Al-Ansar.
رمضان كل الشهور الماضيات عن الهدى والباقيات من الحياة ثواني أتراك يا شهر المحبة خالدا أم أنت طيف عابر بزماني لكنك اليوم حزين تشتكي ما حل بالإسلام في بلداني فالقدس تشكو والمآذن تنتحب وأنين أيتام العراق أتاني القلوب مريضة والنور أمسى ضابطا بكياني قل لي متى يأتي الصباح بنوره ومتى ننصح للإحسان رمضان أما عن الأفغان قل لي هل ترى أبكي وأحزن أم ترى ألهاني جرح عميق صار من أناته يبكي جروح الأهل في الشيشان أتراك يا شهر المودة صادحا شوقي لذكرى قائد رباني هذه أدمعي أرجوك يا مولاي من أن ترزق القلب الجريح سماحة وبراءة تسمو إلى الإيمان هذه عقوبة أدمعي أرجوك يا مولاي من الأيام أن ترزق القلب الجريح سماحة وبراءة تسمو إلى الإيمان
أحب الوفاء بشدة الصور أحب الوفي الأمين الأغر فأهل الوفاء كلون السحاب وحسن الربيع وماء المطر أحب الوفاء بشدة الصور أحب الوفي الأمين الأغر فأهل الوفاء كلام الاستحاب وحسن الربيع وماء المطر مقامهم فوق رأس الجبال وفوق
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم سيدنا محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord, cherisher, nourisher, sustainer and master of the universe, the most gracious, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Ya Allah, it is only you that we worship and your guidance that we seek. Ya Allah, keep us on the straight path. Ya Allah, shower us with the choice of blessings. Ya Allah, shower us with your mercy. Ya Allah, guide us. Greetings, salam, salutations on our beloved Nabi Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. It is Saturday morning. It is the 15th of March 2025, the 14th of Ramadan 1446, which means tonight will be the 15th Taraweeh. Yes, we're halfway there, and we haven't made the best of it, then let's get into fifth gear immediately. This is the time for lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of ibadah. This is the time to cash in. This is the time to cover up. Let's make the best of it. We've already lost 14 days, and before we know it, it's going to be almost over. So let's not lose out anymore. Welcome to Rise and Shine with myself, Faizal Suleman. Yes, on this beautiful Saturday morning, we've had some fantastic rains, alhamdulillah. At the same time, some of these rains have been devastating to those who have been affected. We hope that you are going to cope, and we wish you well. And those who can assist those that are in need, please let's assist them. Yes, there's been lots and lots of damage as well, but this is the will of the Almighty, and yes, we should do everything in our power to try and assist. Simoniso is looking at me because I haven't acknowledged him as yet. So thank you. Simoniso is attending to the technicals, and it's everything to do with ensuring that you get excellent sound and then you get a good output on Radio Ansar. Wasima Bucks is attending to the logistics, and Hajra Kota has produced this morning show. Let's get some inspiration right now. I did say don't waste this Ramadan and ask for forgiveness before it's too late. Let's hear Dr. Hafia Yunus.
Getting you through your day. Radio Al Ansar.
WhatsApp us now on 060-904-1056.
Topic of the day.
The third one, he said, humiliated the person who lived through Adraka Ramadan. He lived Ramadan through Ramadan, and Ramadan left and he was not forgiven. Ramadan is a month of maghfirah, meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to forgive us because he knows we sin. We disobey him. We are weak, and he wants to forgive us. And Ramadan gives us a lot of opportunities: fasting, extra salah and prayers, charity, being nice, being good, and extra good deeds. Asking forgiveness in Ramadan. Asking forgiveness of Ramadan, it's actually something highly recommended. The month of Ramadan is one of the names of Ramadan. It's Shahrul Maghfirah, is the month of forgiveness. And the Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam, in a beautiful hadith, said the meaning of, he was going up the stairs. And I mentioned that hadith in last week Tuesday night program. So he was going, not the stairs, but he actually going on the minbar. And he said, Ameen, Ameen, and Ameen. So the Sahaba asked, Ya Rasulullah, we have not seen you or heard you before saying this. Ameen, 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 3 times. And he said, again, the meaning of Jibreel alayhi salam came to me and he said the following, right? رغم أنفه. May he be humiliated. Who is that person? 3 conditions or 3 states. When I am, Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam was mentioned in front of him and he did not say salam. He did not send salam to me. رغم أنفه. That's 1. Number 2, when he or she, both he or she, lives to the time where her parents or his parents getting older and he did not enter Jannah by serving them. So may he be humiliated. Sayyidina Jibreel said it, and Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam said Ameen. That's a dua, and Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam amman alayh. Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam agreed and asked Allah the same. Number 1, when the Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam name is mentioned, we need to immediately say alayhi salatu wasalam. Otherwise, the dua is may he or she be humiliated. That's one. Two, he or she may be humiliated if they live till their parents are older and he did not enter Jannah by serving them, because when the parents get older, what happens? It gets harder and tougher to take care of them. Right? There are more medical issues. Allah knows there's Alzheimer. Allah knows we may have to be taking care of them back like they took care of us when we were children. They may have stroke. They may be incapacitated. They may have a lot of medical issues, a lot of visits, hospitalization, a lot of care. And he said, Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam, that person will be humiliated in the day of judgment, of course, that Allah gave him or her this opportunity to take care of her or his parents or one of them, and did not take this opportunity by serving them and entering Jannah. So that's the second thing. Now, where is istighfar now? Because I said this hadith related to istighfar in Ramadan. The third one, he said, humiliated the person who lived through Adraka Ramadan. He lived Ramadan through Ramadan, and Ramadan left and he was not forgiven. Ramadan is a month of maghfirah, meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to forgive us, because he knows we sin, we disobey him, we are weak, and he wants to forgive us. And Ramadan gives us a lot of opportunities: fasting, extra salah and prayers, charity, being nice, being good, and extra good deeds. So it's like a field. Look at Ramadan as a field for us to be forgiven. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. And that's what he is saying. He's a loser. He will be humiliated day of judgment. I gave you this opportunity to be forgiven and you didn't take advantage of it. So yes, ask forgiveness for yourself, absolutely, and for everybody else. And you ask forgiveness before Ramadan, yes, but don't specify things specifically. But ask forgiveness for everybody all the time. Allahumma ighfir lil muslimina wal muslimat. Ya Allah, forgive the Muslims, the men and the women. And also during Ramadan.
Your perfect companion, Radio Al Ansar.
WhatsApp us now on 060 904 1056.
You listen to Rise and Shine on Radio Al Ansar 060-904-1056. Our first message comes from Sister Leila Meta. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To the blessed Ummah of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Peace, blessings, and salutations be upon Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. As another blessed day of fasting arises from sujood, say Alhamdulillah. Contentment lies in a true understanding of the wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May your fasting day be filled with blessings, ease and protection. Ameen. Have a blessed and safe weekend. Salams and dua, Sister Leila Meta and family. And she says that Ramadan inspires contentment lies in the acceptance that all conditions are from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the hadith says, Bismillahi walhamdulillahi wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. Whoever learned and taught the Holy Quran and then acted upon whatever is in the Holy Quran, the Quran will intercede for him and take him into paradise. 060-904-1056. Now, there's some great news for members of Discovery Key Care Medical Aid. Len Med Shifa Private Hospital has been selected as a designated service provider for Discovery Key Care patients. Ranked in the best category by Discovery Health for outstanding patient care and service, Len Med Shifa is also recognized as the absolute best hospital in the Opal region by the Rising Sun Readers' Choice Awards. With a mission to create healthier and more prosperous communities, Len Med Shifa looks forward to welcoming more of you into their care. Visit lenmed.com for more information. Lenmed, embrace every day.
رمضان رمضان ليتك دوما قريب Just love the way you make me feel. Every time you come around, you breathe life into my soul, and I promise that I'll try to to keep your spirit alive. In my heart it never dies. Oh, Ramadan.
Message from Brother Ahmed Osman. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Faizal Bhai, always a pleasure listening to you. Alhamdulillah. We don't have electricity going third day. Crumpton Garden, Sydenham, image. You know, this is a problem which is ranking throughout the Itugeni area. And, you know, people are just, electricity is just being switched off. Our outages. It doesn't make sense. Third day, no electricity. But unfortunately, that is where we are living, unfortunately. It says the residents of Randalls Road, Gateway Park are facing their third day without electricity. Local authorities, Iktigwini municipality, have stated the technicians are addressing the issue, but the response has left many without lights for 3 days. And that is really sad, really. I mean, you know, if you don't pay your electricity account timelessly, then your lights are going to get disconnected. But yet you can go for 3 and 4 days without electricity. And this seems to be becoming the norm, unfortunately, in this city. Let's hope and pray that, you know, these problems can be addressed. Inshallah, Allah can give us some ease. You are listening to Rise and Shine on Radio Ansar.
Imagine fasting and not knowing you'll have something to eat at iftar. This is a sad reality for thousands of new and indigenous Muslims in Southern Africa. Each Ramadan, for over 20 years, the Islamic Dawah movement has been providing iftar meals in over 50 township masjids. All it takes is 30 rand per meal. 30 rand provides an iftar meal for a fasting person. Your help would make a world of a difference. Call IDM 031 304 6883 or visit idmsa.org to donate. IDM, taking Islam to as many hearts and homes as possible.
At Bauda Jewelers, we're celebrating Eid with exclusive offers and stunning new collections. 18-carat chain, bracelet, earring, and ring set for only 5,999.
Save 55% on our range of Al-Fajr watches and clocks.
Just in, stunning new range of branded silver jewelry.
Many more in-store specials.
Bauda Jewelers Original. Shop 10, Checkers Hyper Pavilion.
031 265 1440. Oh, yeah.
From the catwalks of Milan, Paris, and Dubai, Funky Fairy bring to you Eid Collection. For an eloquent brand exclusive range of ladies' occasion wear, evening wear, and abayas with a glamorous range of accessories including Swarovski sandals and handbags to complete the perfect look. Our fashion consultants are waiting to style you. Funky Fairy at Westwood Mall, a fashion extravaganza.
WhatsApp us now on 060 904 1056.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Halim will be distributed every Saturday at 1 p.m. at the Al Ansar Foundation and also at the Sparks Road Masjid. And on Sundays, Halim will be distributed at Capital Air 176 Brickfield Road. Brought to you courtesy of the Capital Group of Companies.
Getting ready through your day. Radio Al Ansar.
أحب الوفاء بشتى الصور أحب الوفي الأمين الأغر فأهل الوفاء كلون السحاب وحسن الربيع والماء المطر أحب الوفاء بشتى
Radio Al-Ansar.
Yes, you are listening to Radio Al-Ansar. It is Rise and Shine with myself, Faizal Suleman. As we embrace the blessed month of Ramadan, many of us seek to deepen our connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, improve our spiritual practices, and make the most of this sacred time. However, with the challenges of fasting, prayer, work, and daily life, managing our time effectively can often feel overwhelming. We have online with us Sister Samia Ilyas, a qualified neurodivergent affirming counseling psychologist practicing in the southern of Cape Town, and she is trained and experienced in assisting people of all ages and from diverse backgrounds. Her interests lie in neurodiversity, anxiety, depression, grief and bereavement, trauma, phobias, panic attacks, eating disorders, insomnia, etc., etc., etc. Currently pursuing an international diploma in Islamic psychology at the Cambridge Muslim College in the United Kingdom. Samia Ilyas, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and Jazakallah khair for joining me on the program this morning.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah for having me again, Faizal.
Absolute pleasure, absolute pleasure. Now, from a psychological perspective, how does structured time management impact spiritual and emotional well-being during Ramadan?
Okay, so structured time management in Ramadan is very helpful. When we structure our time and we divide it into what we can do and we plan ahead, this helps us to reduce decision fatigue and emotional overwhelm. Often we find these are common occurrences in fasting where we feel like there's so much that I need to do and I don't know what I must do first. So if we plan ahead, then we free up some mental space for spiritual reflection and being intentional. So psychologically, it's known that routine supports emotional regulation and gives you a sense of confidence, both of which can enhance your connection to worship and also help you to do it more effectively and productively. So when we do it mindfully and intentionally, giving ourselves the time to do work, family, etc., this helps us to nurture barakah and blessings in our day. So we know that we've covered everything and we feel better about it, and that increases our connection with Allah in the days of Ramadan.
Alhamdulillah. Now, many people struggle to balance work, family, and worship during Ramadan. What strategies can help create a balanced daily routine?
So as we spoke about, firstly, having a structured time management plan. Planning ahead helps you to feel like you're getting everything in. Also start by identifying your Ramadan goals. What are your core priorities? What does it look like for you this Ramadan? What do you want to achieve? And this is very individual. Each person would have different Ramadan goals depending on what is currently happening in their lives. Mm-hmm. So taking away time, so time blocking, this can help you to schedule tasks during your, those matching your energy peaks. So do your work that you need to do often when you are feeling more energetic, and then leave time for family, because that's also ibadah, and worship in the evenings after you've had iftar. Also remember, you can build in short moments in the day where you spend time doing some dhikr or reflection between tasks, or as you are going to work or coming back from work. Dhikr can be incorporated to a lot of what you are doing in a day. And this helps you to feel like you are engaged in dhikr, you are doing these things mindfully the entire day. Also, it's very important to simplify tasks in Ramadan. So, for example, simplifying meals, delegating tasks. Remember, balance isn't about doing everything every day. It's about aligning your goals and your actions with what your intentions are. And that's the key to have a productive and successful Ramadan for yourself.
Now, some people feel guilty for not doing enough spiritually due to the busy schedules. How can they overcome this feeling and set realistic goals?
So often what you find is guilt comes from not only in Ramadan, after Ramadan, it comes from comparing ourselves to either other people who we assume are doing more than us because we don't know the real story, or this version of ourselves that we had, this idealized version of ourselves that we had prior to Ramadan, which wasn't really realistic because we still have to work, we still have to have family commitments, we still have to do other things. All of these things, if you see them as doing your duty for your family, is also ibadah. So instead, meet yourself for where you are currently in your life. So if you have lots of things going on, remember Allah knows that too. So prioritize that, but create those blocks, as I said, performing, reciting dhikr, really doing some things. And, intention is very important. So if we use anything that we are doing in the day, be it work, be it seeing to the family or whatever, our intention is for the pleasure of Allah, and all of these things are worship as well. So to avoid feeling guilty, start comparing yourself to you. What is it that I can do every day? Remember, realistic goals are those that are achievable. And that's very important. This is different for each person. So set small, consistent spiritual goals that fit into your day, because you know what your day looks like. So, for example, some people can recite after suhoor, or they can recite after fajr. Another person can rather recite after Taraweeh prayers. That depends on what works for you. Remember, even a smile or caring for your family, all of these are acts of worship with the right intentions. So let go of perfectionism. You don't have to do everything every day in a certain way. Small, consistent goals are what counts. Remember, Ramadan is a journey for building your connection with Allah. Sincerely, it is not a checklist.
Now, Samia, with the rise of digital distractions, how can people stay focused on spiritual goals during Ramadan?
So digital distractions are really something that can fragment our attention and pull us out of our presence in Ramadan, because we know it will lead to comparing, it will lead to despair. You look at other people. So trying to limit that. So creating and setting tech boundaries for yourself. Limiting social media. I know lots of people in Ramadan delete Instagram, delete Facebook, delete TikTok, and all of those things so that they do not get involved in it all. Alhamdulillah, you do what works for you. So if you still have those apps or all the social media apps, then limiting your time, setting screen time. I only can be on this for a certain amount of time. Apps also help you to track, and they cut you out of the. So these are helpful things that you can use to limit your screen time, so that you can actually use your time more wisely in Ramadan. You can replace idle scrolling with different, use the social media to create good, short spiritual habits. So listening to Quran while you are cooking, or a short dua before checking your phone. Also using the social media to listen to podcasts, to listen to lectures, to listen to spiritually uplifting programs that remind you about Allah and remind you about Ramadan. So also creating digital free zones during the day, especially before suhoor and after iftar, when the heart is soft, when you can engage in dua, you can do other things. Use these tools to help you to create a better connection, not to move you away from that. It's difficult to cut everything out, but it's important to create space for what matters, for your Ramadan goals, for achieving your consistent Ramadan goals. It's important to create that space for yourself.
And for those struggling with fatigue, especially during long fasts, what tips can help maintain energy for night prayers like Taraweeh?
So we all know, and fatigue is very real in Ramadan because of broken sleep, different patterns, and we all want to exert ourselves because we want to get the maximum benefit. Allah's blessed us and shown us another Ramadan. We want to work the hardest, inshallah. So now you're juggling work, family, fasting, Taraweeh prayers, all of it. So using gentle strategies that can help you with maintaining your energy throughout the day. So prioritize your nutrition. So eating nutrient-rich suhoor, protein, fiber, keeping hydrated, helps you to manage the day. Also rest when you can during the day. 10, 15-minute power naps, creating those spaces in the day, because even resting your body and looking after your body is also ibadah. So make that intention. I'm resting for you, Ya Allah, so that I can perform the Taraweeh prayers later and I can manage this day. Avoiding also heavy iftar meals. We all are hungry. We want to eat loads of things, but this can often make you feel more sluggish in the evening, which is then difficult to maintain the long Taraweeh prayers. So remind yourself that it's about your sincerity of your actions. So if you are resting, listen to your body for that day. Some days you'll be able to do more, and some days you'll be able to do less, but that's okay. Make intention for everything in the day. That's for the pleasure of Allah. Inshallah, it'll become easier for you. So Taraweeh is meant to nourish you. So see it as that. Do what is sustainable with love and presence, that Allah, this is for the pleasure of Allah, and you want to gain nearness and connection to Him.
Samia, just to round up, what advice would you give to someone who feels they haven't made the most of the first half of Ramadan? How can they reset their intentions and routines? And I think this is important.
So often we find, Ramadan goes so quickly, we almost halfway already. What did I do? What have I achieved? Remember, it's never too late. It's never too late. Ramadan is not a race. It's a return to Allah, to spirituality, to connection. And you can do that today. You can do that in any number of ways. Remember, one of the most beautiful aspects of our faith is that Allah looks at our intentions and our efforts, not just at the outcomes. So take a moment, take a deep breath, pause, and then realign yourself. Start setting those 1 or 2 simple spiritual goals for the remaining days. Remember, the last 10 days are still going to be upon us. Laylatul Qadr is still going to be upon us. So those are beautiful times that we want to exert ourselves in. So remember, it's never always or lost. Make our intentions today to do these spiritual goals. Start small. Be consistent. Take into account what is happening in your life every day. And trust that every step counts. Sometimes it's the return to your connection with Allah, to doing spiritual goals that brings the most sincerity and growth. So remember, Allah sees your effort. He sees what's happening. Do not get lost in the emotional overwhelm of feeling guilty and I'm a terrible person and all of that. Remember that Allah loves you and He wants you to maintain consistent goals throughout. So now it's never too late. Try whatever you can. And then remember that Allah is merciful as well. In every single moment, He's merciful. So whatever you are doing now, just realign your intention, realign whatever it is that you can do. Maintain these spiritual goals so that you can achieve whatever it is you want to.
Samia Anu, thank you for. I didn't say that, I promise you that. To tell you things up. But Jazakallah khair for joining me on the program this morning. Enjoy the rest of the day and you have a wonderful Ramadan. All the best to you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We spoke to Samia Ilyas, and of course, I did not set that alarm that went off, I promise you, but she said she shared some wonderful thoughts with us. Now, I have 2 vouchers, or rather 2 gifts, if I can use a better word, to give out. And the first is a 200 Rand La Sultana Couture voucher to 1 lucky listener. La Sultana Couture is based in Gateway, at the Gateway Mall and the Sunway Center in Overport. The voucher must be collected from our offices here at Radio Al-Ansar. So the first gift that's going to go out is going to be a 200 La Sultana Couture voucher to 1 lucky listener. They are based in Gateway Mall and Sunway Center, Overport. The voucher must be collected from Radio Al-Ansar. Now, I'm going to decide the criteria for this voucher. In other words, I'm going to base it on the messages that I receive, and we'll take it from there, inshallah ta'ala. Message comes from Sister Ruqayya. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my Faizal Bai and the Rise and Shine team. If you see someone falling behind, walk beside them. If you see someone being ignored, find a way to include them. If someone has been knocked down, lift them up. Always remind people of their worth. One small act can mean the world to them. Don't try to become. Okay, I think that's a bit of a mistype. Okay, no, say you must be. Don't try to become. Hey, that's great. You must be. Don't try to become. Be a witness, not a judge. Focus on yourself, not on others. Listen to your heart, not to the crowd. The most expensive liquid in the world is tear. It is 1% water and 99% feelings. Think before you hurt someone. Allah SWT aap aur aapki family ko hamesha khush aur salamat rakhe, inshallah, ameen. May my Allah SWT bless you, my Faizal Bai, your family and the Rise and Shine team and the entire ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Ameen. And this comes from Sister Ruqayya. Sister Ruqayya, jazakallah khair for that message. Alhamdulillah.
كلون السحاب وحسن الربيع.
When you give water, you're reaching out to drought-affected areas, bringing them to life. Fresh water to drink, to clean, and to grow. That's the power of water. Donate now to Islamic Relief.
Call us now on 0861 904 904.
Radio Al-Ansar presents a special outdoor broadcast. Join us live this Saturday, the 15th of March from 10 a.m. to 11 for an exciting event dedicated to the Al Baraka Umrah competition. Want to stand a chance to win an unforgettable Umrah trip? It's simple. Download the Al Baraka SA mobile banking app. Complete just one transaction. Already a client? Just transact and you're in. Come down to the Al Baraka Kingsmead office, open a transactional banking account, download the app and start transacting. And who knows, you could be on your way to the Haramain. Plus, we have exciting surprises for all those who join us. Mark your calendar and spread the word. See you there. Radio Al Ansar, your voice, your community.
This Eid, we're making your celebrations extra special with Checkers Foods Cowie Park Eid Butchery Hampers Competition. 5 lucky winners will each take home a hamper valued at 1,000 Rand. From Monday, March 1st to Thursday, March 27th, spend 500 Rand or more in store, write your name and number on the back of your till slip and drop it into the competition box. Winners will be announced on Friday, March 28th on Radio Al Ansar. So head to Checkers Foods Cowie Park and get shopping. T's and C's apply.
Radio Al Ansar, 24/7, 365.
Rise and Shine on Radio Al Ansar. And of course, we have online with us Sister Huda Ahmed from our Peter Maritzburg branch of Radio Al Ansar. And I'm not sure why she's so excited. Huda, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, yourself.
Alhamdulillah. I'm in good spirits. I'm very, very excited. Yeah. So today we're actually having our Halim at 240 Ortman Road. And yeah, I'm extremely excited. I know it's going to go well today.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Last week you had quite a successful distribution.
Yes, yeah. Things went very smoothly. Yeah, it got quick. It was done really, really quickly.
Alhamdulillah. And I think today you've got a bit of increase in quantity as well, I believe.
Yes, yeah. Just so that we can service everyone. We're looking forward to meeting everyone as well. Yeah, but I just wanted to especially thank our sponsors, Capital Group, for making this possible.
Alhamdulillah. Huda, what time is this distribution going to take place?
We are starting at 1:15.
And you will continue till of course the Halim runs out. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, for those who would be slightly delayed, I think you will be you will have some Halim available at 1:30 as well. Is that also correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, there will be other things that we are also handing out.
Okay.
Yeah.
No
so
problem.
we have created a little goodie bag for
you. Want to create a bit of hype at the Radio Al Ansar Peter Maritzburg studios?
Yes, absolutely. So we actually created our first drive-through system for our Halim. Because we are expecting rain today, just so that everyone is comfortable and can receive the Halim quite easily.
Excellent. Huda, I wish you well and I thank you for all the efforts that you've put in and you're putting in, to make these efforts possible. And I want to thank you. These drives possible rather, and I want to thank you. We wish you well and inshallah ta'ala, hope you have a successful day. All the best to you, and just remind all of our listeners in Peter Maritzburg that Halim will be distributed at our Peter Maritzburg studios. You want to repeat that address, Huda?
Yeah, so it's 240 Ortman Road and we're starting at 1:15.
Okay, inshallah. All the best to you and thank you for joining me in the program this morning. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
That was Huda Ahmed from our Peter Maritzburg offices, and she just reminded us of the Halim distribution that would be taking place this afternoon. Message come back from Sister Rukia. My Faizal Bhai, I love when you read my message. You are smiling and reading a message specifically when you say my Faizal Bhai and the Rise and Shine team. Alhamdulillah, that's my brother Faizal Bhai. I love making everyone's day. My Faizal Bhai also made your day. You don't pay for your smile. Keep smiling. Jazakallah khair. I'll remember that. Message from Sister Aisha Saleji. Salams, Faizal Bhai. You are the best presenter. Ramadan Mubarak. People are being very kind this morning. Jazakallah khair for that, Sister Aisha Saleji. I love, it's nice. Faizal Bhai. And then, no, but it's great. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, Dr. Samir Darwish talks about how we can pace ourselves in Ramadan and finish reading the entire Quran at least once during the month. Let's listen to his advice.
وحسن الربيع وماء المطر أحب الوفاء بشتى الصور أحب الأمين الأغرى
Outreach, assisting and uplifting.
كلون السحاب وحسن الربيع وماء المطر مقام.
Okay, Shibunisha reminds me that first we're going to be speaking to Sister Swaliha from Outreach. Then we're going to listen to the clip. Okay, Shibunisha, I will oblige. No issues. Sister Swaliha, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And thank you for joining me on the program this morning.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brother Faisal, how are you doing this morning?
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. It's an absolutely beautiful morning. And of course,
It is.
We're having some fun on Rise and Shine this morning. We're actually giving away 2 vouchers this morning as well. One is from La Sultana Couture, and to one lucky listener, and 1 gift voucher for Spur as well. The gift voucher from Spur is a little gift hamper by Spur. It's got some vouchers, some other goodies, and this is from Chippewa Spur at the atrium here in Overport. So 2 lucky listeners are going to be cashing in this morning, inshallah. But that I will announce at the end of this program. But right now, Sister Swaliha, please give us some feedback on how many water has been distributed from the commencement of Ramadan.
Okay, as you know, Ramadan, we distribute water to all the masajids, the musallas, Jamaat Khanas, and so on. So our iftar and our tarawih water, up to date, 8,000 water has been distributed, Faisal.
Is it 8,000 bottles of water, is it?
8,000 bottles of water, 330 mLs water. And alhamdulillah, we're still ordering because yesterday afternoon I was inundated with calls requesting from massages water again. So inshallah we will be buying more water and distributing on Monday, inshallah, provided we receive funds from the community. And alhamdulillah, the community, the listeners of Radio Al Ansar have assisted a lot with this regard.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Now, I believe that we're also distributing some hot meals. How many days of hot meals have we distributed, and who's, have these been sponsored? Have these been taken care of?
The first week, alhamdulillah, 55 days. The first Sunday, kindly sponsored by our brother MI from Capital Group. The week was a donor, an anonymous donor. And the third week, we still have to pay the bills. So basically, for the first 2 weeks, 110 decks have been distributed already.
So tomorrow you're hoping to distribute.
So the third week is 55 decks, which we need to pay. We don't have funds for it as yet, but I'm sure, inshallah, with the help of our listeners, we will be able to do that.
Inshallah, we make dua, and I'm sure our listeners will come to the party, because this is undoubtedly an excellent cause. What are the challenges that Outreach faces in terms of our annual Eid feeding?
Okay, Faisal, when it comes to Eid, Al Ansar goes right out. Alhamdulillah, there's a lot of areas around KZN. Do you know the food actually goes to Port St. John's, Escort, PMB, and other areas as well? Durban and surrounding as well. So for such an enormous task, right? Alhamdulillah, this year we're feeding 600 eggs. As you know, as the listeners know, yes, sure, we are getting sponsors of ingredients, of certain ingredients. Obviously, the ingredients that is not sponsored, we have to purchase as well as pay for the cooks. There is 11 cooking sites this year, Faisal, right? And which means there's 11 cooks. And obviously, we can't expect the cooks to cook for nothing, right?
Absolutely.
Obviously, we supply the ingredients, and obviously we have to pay the cooks as well. So our cooking expenses alone is coming to almost 400,000, almost 400,000. So that's our challenges at the moment. It's if the listeners want to do and SLSawab on their rooms, this is a perfect opportunity. Al-Ansar Outreach appeals to you. It's 1,800 rand a day. You can give any amount. It is totally lila, and furthermore, Faisal, we invite the listeners to come to Al-Ansar to see what's happening, to see where their money is going. Even if they want to go to areas to distribute, by all means, so we do. If you are in the Chatsworth area, go to the Chatsworth Cook, go see what's happening. Go to the random sites, the different sites, to see where your money is going and how many people are benefiting. So Alhamdulillah, Faisal, this is an enormous task, and I know the listeners always come up every year and assist. So inshallah, we are looking forward. At the moment it's quite slow, but I have yaqeen in Allah that everything will come right with the help of Allah Ta'ala and the listeners.
Inshallah ta'ala, all will work out, and I'm sure that our listeners will open their hearts out to this wonderful cause. It's very easy. If you want to contribute, you can come over to the Al-Ansar offices and make your contribution here. Alternatively, you could go onto our website, www.alansar.org.za, or you could also deposit into our account, into our banking account directly. And for your lilla, the banking detail. Sorry.
Faisal, we are also going to be at the Eid Milan. So if they don't want to do any of the but if they're the Eid Milan, they can drop off their zakat, their lilla at Al-Ansar Outreach there.
Tell me something about the Eid Milan. Is this taking place? Taking place starting Thursday? Is it?
Yes. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday
at Saxony Westwood. Is it?
Yes, for your shopping. Eid a shopping convenience, all in one route.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah. So inshallah, you've got an ample opportunity. Come over to our offices, come over to the Eid Milan. You can meet some of the Swaleha is going to be there as well, and you can make your contribution. If you want to do an EFT or you want to make a direct deposit, our bank is First National Bank. The account name is Outreach Al-Ansar. It's a check account number 631 0020 3081. That is 631 0020 3081, and the branch is Florida Road. Now, Swaleha, I want to thank you for joining me in the program this morning, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept the sterling piece of work that you are doing, reward you and all those involved with you abundantly. I know Halima also assists you. She's by your side all the time. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all the efforts and reward you abundantly. Enjoy the rest of the day, and for myself, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to you.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Looking for a pharmacy that knows you're more than just a number? Pharmaclin Sydenham Pharmacy, part of the Pharmaclin Group of Pharmacies, has branches across Durban, open daily from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. for your convenience. Located at 418 Randalls Road, Sydenham, Overport, next to Sparks Road, or simply enjoy free delivery straight to your door. Visit us for unmatched healthcare today.
You know what really gets under my skin? When my cake or icing just doesn't come out right. It's such a bummer. But I found this incredible margarine called Wooden Spoon, and it's been a total lifesaver for my baking adventures. It makes my icing turn out just perfect every time. When I whip up something with Wooden Spoon, I feel like a master baker. Seriously, my cakes have never looked better. The secret? Wooden Spoon margarine. It's like the magic ingredient for nailing those perfect bakes. And guess what? It's even endorsed by the South African Bakers Guild Association. Just another quality product from the Willowton Group.
Elegant, stylish, and affordable, Al Noor kurtas are designed to make you feel confident and stylish with intricate embroidery, vibrant colors, and comfortable fabrics. These kurtas are sure to become your go-to choice for everyday wear and special occasions alike. Visit the Al Ansar bookshop at 207 West Road, Overport, or call them on 031 208 1601. Al Ansar Shop, your one-stop Islamic shop.
Just before I spoke to Swaleha from Outreach, I had introduced the clip that I wanted to play, and that was by Dr. Samir Darwish, where he talks about how we can pace ourselves in Ramadan and finish reading the whole Quran at least once during the month. Let's listen to this clip.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Our dear beloved brother and sister, how to do khatma, how to finish recitation of Quran in Ramadan. Before you do that, you have to have the intention sincerely for Allah's sake that you are doing this to please Allah and to gain the reward. Not just to say, I did khatma. And also, it is not necessarily to do only one khatma. You could do more. We have Imam al-Shafi'i, he used to recite the Holy Quran and finish the khatma 60 times in Ramadan, which means he will do khatma during the day and khatma during the night, and then 30 days, 60 times in Ramadan, subhanallah. Also, one of the things that you have to bear in mind before doing khatma, that Allah is speaking to you. One of the scholars said, if you want Allah to speak to you, recite Quran. If you want to speak to Allah, perform a prayer. So performing the prayer is speaking to Allah. Reciting his book is as if Allah is speaking to you. What is the enjoyable action of worship? You will be rewarded as well. Don't forget, 1 letter equals 10 hasanat, 10 good deeds. May Allah accept your recitation, inshaAllah ta'ala. Again, how to do so? Choose the time. It is 30 chapters, 30 juz. Each juz estimated by 20 pages, right? So 20 pages per day. You can divide it among the prayers. So each prayer, you will need to pray to recite 4 pages only. Imagine 4 pages only. Every prayer, after every prayer, you will finish 20 pages, which is 1 chapter, and per Ramadan, you will finish the Holy Quran, inshaAllah ta'ala. May Allah accept your good deeds. Choose the time. The best time to recite as well, if you cannot divide it amongst the prayer, is after Fajr and before Maghrib in Ramadan, inshaAllah ta'ala.
Radio Al-Ansar.
There was some advice we learned and received on how to complete the recitation of the Holy Quran. Basically, we plan ourselves, we pace ourselves, and inshallah we can reach those goals. There's an inspirational story of a blind beggar. Today we share a heartwarming story from the blessed month of Ramadan that teaches us the true meaning of sincerity and kindness. In Medina, during Ramadan, there was a blind beggar who would sit outside the masjid every day waiting for people to offer him food, especially at the time of iftar. His needs were simple, but his heart was full of trust in Allah's mercy. One evening, a woman who had never met him before noticed his situation. Without seeking any recognition or praise, she quietly approached him, brought him a meal, and ensured he had everything he needed. She didn't want her identity known, as her intention was pure to help another in need for the sake of Allah. The beggar, unaware of her kindness, continued with his day. But Allah SWT, who sees every act of goodness, accepted her deed. This story is a beautiful reminder that true charity is not about being seen, but about having a pure heart and doing good deeds with sincere intention, knowing that Allah SWT rewards what's hidden. As we reflect on the story, let us ask ourselves, how can we practice kindness and generosity during the sacred month with the same sincerity and selflessness as the woman in this story?
Ya Allah, I'm asking for some guidance. In this month, can you fill my heart with hope? When I'm fasting, it's you who I abide in. And if I'm struggling, you're the one who helps me cope. The time has come where we all embrace a blessed month filled with Allah's grace. Ramadan, Nurul Imani fil Zanan. شهر الصيام والإحسان أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس ورحمة وبيان. In the night when I hear the sound of the adhan, it fills my heart like the words of the Quran. Ya Allah, I dedicate this month to you. And
Okay, the vouchers will be given to our two avid listeners, and of course those who contribute every week to Rise and Shine. And I think the first voucher goes to Sister Leila Mehta. Yeah, she will get the 200 Rand La Sultana Couture voucher to one. The La Sultana Couture voucher, and La Sultana is based in Gateway Mall in Sunway Center, Overport. And of course, Sister Leila Mehta, you may arrange to uplift this voucher from our offices here at Radio Lansar in 207 West Road. And the Spur voucher, yes, that's a little gift hamper by Spur. Got some vouchers in it and a few other goodies. And this is from Chupewa Spur, based at Atrium in Overport, and that will go to Sister Ruqayya. So Sister Ruqayya, you can uplift this gift pack from a Spur at Overport, at Atrium. Sorry, I'm still in the old school Overport City, but it's the Atrium. And
Congratulations.
Okay. There's another WhatsApp message that came through. Okay, it says, it comes from Brother Aslam. Salam, Faizal Bhai, is the account number same for the other drives? Aslam, you can use this account number if it's for Lillah. If it's for Lillah, yes, you can use the same account number. If it's for Zakat, then I will provide you with an alternate number, inshallah ta'ala. Well, time for me to round up, and I want to thank you for joining me on the program this morning. Okay, there's another message comes from a brother Mano Govender. Salams, great show. Thank you all. Blessings. Thank you, brother Mano Govender. I appreciate the sentiments as well. Sibuniso, thank you, my man. You did great. Thank you so much. Wasima Bucks, Jazakallah khair to you as well. And thank you for the logistics and Hajjah Kota. Without your production, this program wouldn't be successful.